You want some pasta? I got you. Now, the most complicated part of this recipe is the sauce. And we're gonna start by placing the tomatoes in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. While that's happening, we're gonna start cutting the rest of the ingredients. Now, do you see how I cut the onions into tiny small pieces? Spoiler alert, you don't have to do that. At the end of the day, everything is going into the blender, so don't worry about it. I have some mushrooms just laying around, so I decided to add them to the mix. Now, one thing that is actually 100% not debatable is the basil. And please, none of that dry stuff that you find on aisle 5 at Walmart. Get yourself some fresh basil. Trust me on this one, you will not regret it. Now that our tomatoes are done, we're just gonna take them out of the oven and straight into the blender. They should be pretty soft, so it should only take a few seconds before we can start adding the rest of the ingredients. You know, your shrooms, your onions, your basil, and whatever other ingredients you decided to add to the mix. We're not worrying about consistency right now. We're gonna have to put this back into a blender one more time before we're done. So for now, just, don't make it easy. Just, blend it until you think it's enough. You'll figure it out. Now the fun part, we're going to add some nonstick spray. We're going to add some minced garlic, as much as you want, really. We add the mushrooms, and then we're going to, mix it up a little bit, cover it, and then let it simmer for a few minutes. After that, we're going to go ahead and add the ingredients we blended earlier. We're going to cover it and set the fire to a medium-low. And make sure you stir every 2 or 3 minutes. Now would be a great time for you to start boiling your pasta. Unless you're not really good at multitasking, then you might want to wait until the end. Then start adding your seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic, and whatever other seasoning you like, really. This is your moment to shine. So, yeah, go for it. I added a little extra seasoning for more flavor and some color to it. Mix it all up, cover it, let it simmer for a bit longer. And at this point, your pasta should be ready, so don't forget to check on it. If it's all soft like that, just, turn it off. You don't want it to get too soggy. Now, for the final touch, of course, like every good Puerto Rican, I have to add my adobo Goya in there. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. That's just me. Then we're going to cover and let it simmer for about a couple of more minutes, not too long. And then we're going to put everything back into the blender. Now, at this point is when it gets a little tricky because you're going to have to eyeball it. Just use a little bit of water from the pasta, blend it. And then if you don't like the consistency, you can add a little bit more. After that, it should be ready. You shouldn't have to use a lot of water. Just a little bit, add a little bit more if you have to, and that's it. It should be just a small amount of water. Once it's done, that's it. Put it back into the pan or your pot, or if you want to put it into a bowl because you want to store it for next day, that's fine too. For this next step, we're going to need our turkey breast and our favorite seasonings. I use salt, pepper, garlic, and some buttery seasoning I found at Walmart. Now, what you want to do with your turkey breast is to slice them open. I removed the skin because I don't like it, and I don't think you should eat it anyways. And then we're going to go ahead and slice it open. Why we do this is for 2 reasons. One, you want all the flavors to get in there, and by slicing them open and making them thinner, it's easier for the whole meat to actually get the flavor instead of just leaving it as it is, and maybe the center won't be as flavorful as the outside. And another thing is, it's easier to cook afterwards. It's easier, it's faster, it's just great. So go ahead and try it. Once we finish with that, just add your seasonings. It's not rocket science, not much to say here. Just make sure you don't overdo it with the salt. Unless you're one of those that like it salty, then by all means go for it, but I don't recommend it. Then just throw it in the pan and cook it like you would normally do. I personally added onions. I can't believe it's not butter. The one with 0 calories. I like the buttery flavor, in case you haven't noticed. Cover it, let it sear for a little bit, and then, flip it, finish cooking. The normal stuff,